What's up, everybody? It's RPS Nana and I'm back. And today we have RY Sabo because we have version 2. We are gonna do a quick couple changes, nothing major because it has been performing, but there's a couple cards I want to add to the deck and try it out. So I'll show you quickly in a quick deck profile and then we're going straight into some gameplay. So stick around, like, subscribe, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so here we have the original. This is the current deck profile, but I've made some changes, only a couple. So we're only getting rid of the 5-cost Luffy because I never seem to play it, so it just literally stays in my hand as a counter. So I'm going to replace this Luffy, and we're also going to get rid of the 3-cost Zoro. I would love to bring in a Kid Killer, but I don't have the card, so I refuse to add cards that I don't have into my deck because how am I going to play that at locals? So anyway, I have made my version 2, which essentially we get rid of these 2 cards. So Zoro and Luffy are gone, and we're going to add these 2 Zoro cards. So we're going with the starter deck 21 Zoro. Essentially, if I add 2 Don to this card, it gains Rush. But then the on KO effect, it allows me to bring on a red character with 6,000 base power or below, other than Zoro, from my hand onto the field. So it could come in handy when I want to play some of these Luffys. So we're going to give 2 of those. And from OP11, we're going to add this Zoro as well. I've not seen anyone really using this card, but I love the effect because it can activate once per turn. I can give 1 rested Don card to your leader or your character. So again, it's very similar to Yasop. It costs more, but it has 6,000 power, and I can still be using that ability. So that's getting added in replace for that Luffy. So that's it. Everything else stays the same, but we're just going to add these 2. So let's see, can we get some wins with these small adjustments? All right, purple Luffy, 5 life leader here. So we're going to go first, and we've mulliganed. We've got our Yasop, which is good. So a nice card to get early. Let's bring Luffy out early as well. We can give the rested Don, so we can do a 7 attack here. So we've taken them down to 4 life now, which is good, but they've just taken from their life, so they've ramped up Don. They've brought out they've brought out Kid Blocker. So right now we're at 5 Don. Could do a Luffy attack, but I don't know if I want to lose my Luffy yet. So I'm thinking they've got a blocker, let's bring a blocker of our own, and we will do 7 at life again. So they use the blocker and counter there, so that's fine. Taken from life again, and they've got Katakuri this time. So 5, we will probably... we can use the blocker. I just don't know if they're going to attack with the kid, but let's use it, see what they do. So they don't. So 7 now. Decent enough position because I guess we can use maybe one of the Luffys just to see. So yeah, we may as well use a Luffy, and let's bring a Kikunojo on. Kikunojo, so we can build a little bit of a board. We'll bump the attacker. We can go 8 and see if they'll probably be able to counter out of this with Katakuri anyway. So that's fine. So this at 2 life, looks like they're at 10 Don already. So here we go. They've brought out Big Mum, they gain a life, and they've taken my Tony Chopper to the bottom of my life. We're gonna take that hit and we'll use the trigger there. We'll take that as well. So I guess for now, so they got 2 blockers on the field. So let's use Kikunojo here. See if we can potentially potentially get rid of at least one of the blockers, so probably the kid. So that's fine. So let's do one. So do one Don. They counter out of that as well. So we've got two of the Rush Luffys that can go over blockers anyway. So let's do that. Take Kikunojo to life. We'll bump up that Luffy and we'll give him an extra Don for good luck. See if they could get out of this one. So perfect. So we've got rid of one blocker at least, but they've still got quite a scary board. They bring out another Big Mum, then yeah, we could be in problems. Never really seen this card being played, but we'll see what it does. So they've brought on another blocker. We could have countered, but let's just take it because we need to see what we can get. We could probably counter out of this as well, but again, let's take it. Take them all, and we get a Kuma. I think let's keep it because we need some counter in hand. So right now we do have two Rush Luffys that we could potentially be using here, or we could use the normal Luffy, so starter deck 21, because we can get the Don back. So let's go 8 at life. We'll take that Luffy to life and we'll bump up the other Luffy. We'll bring out the Luffy back so we can at least get our leader up 2,000. So hopefully we should have enough counter for any problems. So do 7. They use the blocker plus counter, and we will do another 7. So I think let's take out the blocker, see what they do. So they counter out of that. So I guess now we go 8 and we'll go for life. So they don't block out of that, and we'll give an extra Don to Luffy and we'll go life again. So we've taken them down to 0 life. We've got a decent enough board, and they've just brought on the Luffy. They've got rid of Yasop, which is fine. He's done his job. So they've only got one spare Don to play with right now. So they've only got 3 attacks, including that Luffy, but they're going for board. So I'm gonna let that Luffy go. They've gone for Kikunojo, which is fine. Take that. I'll take an extra life because I probably needed that. And then I can counter out of this. So we've got counter. So do we want to? Let's just use a 2K because yeah, we don't really need to. So they've clearly got a Gum Gum in hand. So they've left one Don spare. So let's go 3. Yeah, so let's go 3 Don. See if they use the Gum Gum for that. There we go. So they've used the Gum Gum, which is perfect. Got 7 Don left. So let's take that Luffy to life. We've got our kid Luffy and we can bring him back out. So let's just give him everything. Got no more Gum Gums to play with. 4 cards in hand. Are they counters? They are. Is it enough? It is. So wow. So they've managed to get out of that. So now we are down to the end. So they've got no cards in hand, which if we can survive this next barrage of attacks, we might be able to win. So they've gone for Luffy. I'm gonna let him go, so we need to save as much counter as possible here. So yeah, they're splitting it between the two. That's not enough, so we'll counter out of 1 and we will counter out of that, and we will that can go. And yeah, we could probably counter out of this as well because they've not got any more attacks left. but let's just counter out of it for the sake of it, because yeah, they didn't know we had another Luffy in hand. So here we go. Next Luffy's on. Blockers don't mean a thing. You got no cards in hand. GG's. Okay, Blackbeard. Now, I hate Blackbeard. I really do hate this. We're going second. He didn't mulligan. I like the look of this hand because we do have a King Ju who can potentially help. They've gone 8. We can't get out of that, so we take it. 4 Don. We'll go 6. See if they take the hit. They don't use any counter, and we'll bring King Ju out because yeah, if they do get rid of King Ju, it's fine because it will bump my leader up to 7 anyway. So we're not gonna block out. We'll use a counter. Nekamamushi's fine. So we're in black hole, so this means that Ben Beckman is pretty much useless in this hand right now. So right now we don't really have much to play. So we go 7 at life, and we'll bring on a Kikanojo, because if they do get rid of the Kikanojo, we should be able to get a life. Here we go. So they've taken out the King Ju, but they've bumped me up to 7, so they can't actually attack. So we just got another Kikanojo, and I feel like bringing this one on as well, because like this will help. Like if they're gonna get rid of characters, these are 2 that I don't mind, because it's gonna give me the life that I need to prolong this. So do we take it to life is the question. Let's go 7, see what they do. So 7, he's taken that. I think let's just leave them on the board because we need attacking power. So we'll go 8. They've taken that as well. So we do have our Goldie Rogers to finish things off if they do start bringing blockers down. So they're getting rid of one of the Kikanojos, but they've bumped me up a life. And there we go. There's the blocker on the field, which is always nice to see. They've gone 5. I should have probably used Ben Beckman, but we'll take it. Yasop as well. We don't really need Yasop, so let's take those 2. So we've got 2 Kid Luffys. We've only got one normal Luffy, but they've got a blocker. I think let's bring out one of them. Yeah, let's bring out the Rush Luffy. So let's rush Luffy. So we may as well try finish them off now. So they've taken that. We'll move him to life. Bump up Kikanojo. So we'll go 8 at life. They've countered out of that. Let's bring out the Kid Luffy now. So GG's. They didn't have any counter in their hand. So yeah, GG's. Yeah, that was... yeah, they wouldn't have survived that. Alright, so red, yellow, Belo, Betty. Alright, we're gonna go first. We've got 2 Yasops, so that's good. So we'll put 1 out. Oh, well, that didn't last long. So Yasop's gone, Kuba came out, but we've still got another one. So we're gonna do an 8k attack regardless if we were using that Yasop. So it just cost us a 1k counter in hand, which we're probably gonna need. And they've just got Lindbergh from life, so it had a trigger. So now they've actually got a big board, and they've got an Inazuma, which is Rush. So yeah, we're in a problem right now. So we've got counter, but we're gonna... okay, we get a trigger from that, so we gambled right. We'll counter out of this one. And then the next 2 we can't really do much, so we're just gonna have to take the hits here. and we get another counter. So that's very lucky, very much needed, because now we could bring a blocker on, or we could clear board. I think it's more important to clear board. So we've got 3 attacks right now. They've only got 3 cards in hand. So let's add 2 to lead, and let's go Lindbergh first. So it looks like they might have counter. Okay, no, so they don't have counter. So Nekomamushi, we can go Inazuma next, and we'll take Nekomamushi to life, and we will do 7. We'll leave 1 Don up, make them think we've got something, and there we go. So we've cleared board. That was very good, very lucky that we got the triggers, but it was needed. So right now they have potentially 2 attacks. So they have chosen to bump again, and they've given all Don to lead. We could bring Nekomamushi out, or we could counter. We do have counter, so I think counter. Let's save a life for as long as possible, because we've got Rush Luffy. We can add that to life next. So Rush Luffy, we can go 7. Then we could take that to life. We can go another 7, and it will add the next on. We'll do 7 again. So decent. We've got them down to 1 life, 2 cards in hand, and we can see what we can do. So that isn't good, because now they've taken my leader down a lot. They still only have 3 attacks. Just give them the bump as well. So they've gone for Kuma. I'm gonna save Kuma in case. I can't save him a second time. I thought they were going live, but we have pulled into the Luffy, which that should be game over now. So perfect. We can probably get away with 2 Don here. Let's not be too crazy. Let's go 2 and give the rested Don to Luffy in case, and then we can just put everything on lead right now. That should be game over. And there we go. GG's. Belo Betty down. Red Yellow Sabo is doing bits. I didn't even get to use the Zoros that I added to this deck, so they never even came out to play. I didn't even see them, so fair enough, because we didn't need them. Our deck was performing. This is the ultimate Red Yellow Sabo deck. We've gone against Purple Luffy, easy. We've gone against Blackbeard, easy. We've gone against Red Yellow Belo Betty, easy. We did get a good card, but this is the ultimate deck. This is the ultimate Red Yellow Sabo deck. Thanks for watching. Tune into the next video, and the road to World Championship is still ongoing. I will see you all very soon.